Hey everybody, let's talk about 5 things you need to know before buying a smart bird feeder. I know it can be kind of overwhelming. There's a lot to pick from. It's hard to know what's important. I think I've tested out more of these than probably anybody in the world. I have different videos on some of these individual ones and just lots of experience with it. So let's get into those 5 things. Number 1, many of them require a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi network. This is something super basic that trips a lot of people up because they'll buy one and they'll find out it doesn't work with their 5G Wi-Fi. So a lot of them will say, like on the website, you need a 2.4 gigahertz network, so make sure you look into the requirements. I think as we get further along, more are going to work with 5G. Some do now. I believe the Hybrid from Kamajojo shoots in 4K. I think that one's compatible with 5G at this point, but just make sure you look and see those internet requirements before you purchase one. Super basic thing, but can also cause a ton of problems. Number 2, some require buying additional features. So when you purchase your smart bird feeder unit, it will come like this. Sometimes there's assembly that you have to do, things to put on, but you'll have the feeder and then there's a lot of additional things. So in the package with the feeder, sometimes you get a solar panel. So you can hook the solar panel up to charge it. Otherwise, you have to bring the unit in to charge. So there are these little add-ons. Sometimes they come with, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you can purchase them with. Sometimes you can have the option of doing it without. So make sure you know what you're getting before you buy your smart bird feeder. You don't want to buy it thinking it comes with a solar panel, then it actually doesn't. Additionally, in the app that many of these use, sometimes there are additional things you can buy. So a lot of them have kind of a base, you can watch the live stream so you can look at it while it's just kind of out and see what's coming. Sometimes to get like AI identification or things like that, you have to pay more, or cloud storage. So for a lot of them, you can get away with the base features. I normally don't pay for that additional stuff, but just know what is coming with the package before you get it. You don't want to be kind of caught off guard. Oh, I have to pay more for this. And also don't get caught in thinking that you do. Sometimes it'll make it seem like you have to pay to use the basic features, but it's actually free. So make sure you know what you're getting before you buy. Number 3, the AI is not great on any of these smart bird feeder products. So for most of them, it'll say, hey, we can identify all these birds for you. No, it can't. They've all been pretty bad with the AI. One of them even said there was a passenger pigeon coming to our feeder, which is an extinct bird. I don't even know why that was in the database. But basically, it's going to say that it can identify all these species. We haven't found one that has been foolproof. So take the AI identification claims with a grain of salt. Some of them work decently, where it'll be like a goldfinch comes to the feeder and it says it's an American goldfinch, but none of them have been 100% correct. So I think the AI is way overrated. The claims that it's really perfect and it's going to identify all these birds. It might identify some, but it might be wrong a lot of the time too. So always take the AI stuff with a grain of salt. Number 4, some are original, many are knockoffs. So what I mean by this is the first smart bird feeder company, I believe it was the first one, is a company called Bird Buddy. And we actually have the original Bird Buddy feeder right here. So this was like, they had a Kickstarter. It was this, oh, we're going to make this smart bird feeder. It's going to be so awesome. So Bird Buddy launched. They had a lot of delays with their product, which kind of sat wrong with a lot of people because they had ordered these as gifts. They didn't come till way later. So there's stuff to be said for that part of it. But this was, as far as I know, the original kind of smart bird feeder and smart bird feeder design. So this is an original product. NetView came along. They're one of the more other notable ones. They have this feeder, kind of the original one. They're actually have NetView Feeder 2. So these are some original products. And I feel like they have kind of a quirky look or kind of a unique design to all of them. So this smart bird feeder, it has this triangle design. It's very unique. It's I've never seen another one like this. So you have kind of these unique designs. And then I found out that there are a lot of these kind of more generic designs. So it'll be stuff like this, kind of the squarish look with like a plastic roof, solar panel, perch. And what I found out was that there's one company, or maybe multiple companies, that manufactures these. They change things slightly, and then a company claims it's their own smart bird feeder. So they have a lot of these that look kind of generic. They'll have some generic name associated with it. Kind of seems like it's just a like word generator name. The such and such smart bird feeder, the the low-key smart bird feeder, the hacksaw smart bird feeder. They'll have all these different names. Those are all probably coming from the same company. They use an app called the Bird Lover app, which I found has been the worst one out of all the apps. So if you have one of these, it'll probably do the basic functions. It'll have the live stream, you can see birds. Might be super cool if you've never done anything like this, but just be aware that a lot of these are kind of the more like knockoff ones compared to the more original ones, and I would say I prefer the original designs over the knockoffs. And number 5, you have so many options. So like we talked about with the knockoffs, there's a ton of those. So there's a ton of these that are around. So there's kind of the, you know, generic name smart bird feeders, but there's so many different types. There, you could go Bird Buddy, which is kind of the original one, and it has a fun app. It's kind of like a game to use if you're into that kind of thing. You could go NetView. They have a bunch of different options now. They even have a wooden smart bird feeder. The Aluminium BF08 is metal. There's been a slate of other metal smart bird feeders coming out. There's the ones that shoot in 4K. We're just getting all these different kinds of smart bird feeders. And it's also gone into smart bird houses, smart hummingbird feeders, so smart bird baths. So we're getting all this technology. So you literally have so many different things to pick from and look through. So I hope you found this video helpful. I did an ultimate guide to smart bird feeders as well that you can check out, and then I have videos reviewing each of these products individually also. So if you want to go through that playlist, you can watch the ultimate guide, you can watch the individual reviews, find out which one's best for you. I hope you found this helpful. Let us know your tips for buying a smart bird feeder in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, please hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time on Badgerland Birding.